Welcome to Shocking History Photos, where the legends fade and the raw truth comes into focus. Think the Wild West was all duels and dusty saloons. Think again. These rare, banned photos reveal a wilder, grittier world, one that history tried to hide. From frontier justice to forgotten outlaws, this isn't the Wild West you learned in school. Let's dive in. Before they were lawmen chasing outlaws, the Texas Rangers were fighting a different war against fierce Comanche warriors on the frontier. This rare 1868 photo of James Thomas Byrd and John J. Haynes captures them dressed more like Civil War guerrillas than cowboys. General George Crook wasn't flashy like Custer, but he got results, and he did it his own way. In this 1886 photo taken in Arizona, Crook stands beside two Apache scouts, Dutchie and Alchese, and his mule, also named Apache. It's an unusual trio, but one that helped shape the frontier. This powerful photo from 1892 shows Ned Christie after he was killed by lawmen. He was a Cherokee man known for running whiskey and possibly stealing horses. What made him infamous? The 5-year standoff against U.S. Marshals. His defiance turned him into a Wild West legend. This dusty street scene, likely snapped around 1870, looks like it was pulled straight from a classic Western movie. But it's the real deal. While the exact town is unknown, the wooden buildings, wide dirt road, and lonely stillness capture the gritty heart of frontier life. This 1897 photo of the Tollgate Saloon captures one of the most iconic symbols of the Old West. Saloons were the great equalizers of the frontier, welcoming everyone from lawmen to outlaws, gamblers to gold miners. With warm beer, rough whiskey, and stories traded over card games, places like this were the true heartbeat of wild western towns. Tex Madsen stood over 6 feet 10 inches tall, earning him the nickname, the tallest cowboy. His massive frame made him a frontier spectacle, turning heads in every dusty town. Soon he was a local celebrity, showing up in parades and town festivals across the West. Imagine the awe of standing before California's towering redwoods for the first time. In this stunning photo, General John Charles Fremont and his friends and family link arms to showcase the immense size of these ancient giants. Seth Kinman was more than a frontier hunter. He was a showman. His gift to President Andrew Johnson, a chair made of elk antlers and bear hide. It wasn't just furniture. It was a bizarre, unforgettable statement of Wild West craftsmanship. The Oklahoma land rush of 1889 forever changed the landscape of the American West, as 50,000 eager settlers raced to claim land in what was once Indian territory. This photo captures the chaos and excitement of the day, with settlers camping out and preparing for the mad dash. This photo shows 4 men gearing up for a day of work in the Wild West, a time when travel was a much more rugged affair. Whatever their task was, one thing's for sure. Life in the Old West meant hard work from sunrise to sunset. After a long day on the rugged frontier, even the simplest meal must have tasted like a feast. This photo captures a group of cowboys gathered around a chuck wagon, sharing a well-earned meal. This 1898 photo shows Jenny Borta's brothel in Jerome, Arizona, with Jenny herself standing on the balcony in a black dress. The second building on the site, it was destroyed by a fire the same year, following the first structure's destruction in 1897. By the time she died in 1905, Jenny Borta was the richest woman in the Arizona Territory. Proving power didn't always wear a sheriff's badge. Rodeos were more than just events. They were electrifying celebrations of Wild West culture that brought together people of all ages. At this particular rodeo in California, the crowd was left in awe as a woman and her horse pulled off a jaw-dropping feat, leaping over a convertible. This photo captures the fearless hunters who ventured into the rugged Four Peaks territory of Arizona, a land teeming with wildlife, from deer and rabbits to bears and even cougars. With courage and skill, these hunters navigated the dangers of the wilderness, facing challenges that only the bravest could endure. This photo of a mountain man takes us back to an era of the Wild West, where life was tough and survival depended on skill and grit. Known for their expertise in hunting and navigating harsh, remote landscapes, mountain men were true pioneers of the American frontier. The completion of the Transcontinental Railroad in 1869 was a groundbreaking moment in American history, revolutionizing how goods were transported across the country. In this photo, workers celebrate the monumental achievement, marking the occasion with a lively champagne toast, as trains from both the Union Pacific and Canadian Pacific railroads come together. This intriguing photograph, taken inside a saloon in Virginia City, Nevada, in March 1898, preserves a moment from the Old West. In the image, Dead-Eye Dick, likely the man with the stern gaze and eye patch, stands among his companions, offering a glimpse into the true spirit of frontier saloons. Annie Oakley, once a child hunter supporting her family, became a star in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. This photo shows her riding a horse that stands on two legs, a testament to her skill and control. Oakley wowed audiences across the US and Europe with her incredible talent. In 1900, this Texas family posed with pride beside their covered wagons, ready to conquer the unforgiving frontier with little more than grit and hope. One of the most renowned indigenous leaders in US history, Gono became famous for leading his tribe in numerous battles against American forces. He fiercely fought to defend his people and their lands, showing immense bravery over the course of many years. These sisters embraced this challenge, building a sod house in Custer County, Nebraska, a home made from compacted earth blocks and grass. It was a symbol of resilience and the pioneering spirit that defined the era. This photo shows Tashun Kakokipa, an Oglala Sioux chief, standing before the tents of a Pine Ridge camp on January 17, 1891, shortly after the Wounded Knee Massacre. Known for his role as a key negotiator for the Sioux Nation, he was vital in efforts for dialogue and healing following the tragic events at Wounded Knee. The Homestead Act of 1862 gave American citizens the chance to claim up to 160 acres of public land, as long as they built a home and worked the land for at least 5 years. Many families moved to Nebraska, hoping for a better life, but faced numerous hardships. The Hatfield family, a quintessential Wild West family, left their mark in history with a striking photograph taken in 1888. In the photo, they stand united, proud of their bond and legacy. This iconic image offers us a glimpse into the history of the Wild West, preserving their story for generations to come. In 1890, 5 Texas Rangers posed at the legendary King Ranch in Texas, standing side by side with weapons raised, prepared for action. This powerful image captures their vigilant, determined stance, embodying the law and order they represented in the untamed Old West. Women working as sex workers on the Alaska frontier came from diverse ethnic and national backgrounds, all drawn to the region in search of better prospects. Much like the gold rush miners, some managed to build successful businesses with their earnings, investing in hotels, restaurants, and saloons, and leaving a significant impact on the local economy. In 1902, cowboys unwind and enjoy drinks at an unidentified saloon in Dallas, Texas. The polished wooden bar and soft lamplight set a warm, inviting mood, capturing the essence of Old West gatherings where lively stories filled the air. In 1906, Cow Claw, a Tlingit woman, stood in full potlatch regalia, her garments telling stories passed down for generations. In a world changing fast, she held on to tradition. This striking 1872 photo captures a group of Paiute Indians in Utah, a Native American people native to the Great Basin region. Living a nomadic lifestyle, the Paiute survived through hunting, fishing, and gathering. Sadly, their way of life was deeply affected by the arrival of settlers, bringing with them displacement, violence, and hardship. In a small town, one remarkable cow became a local legend for carrying 7 children to school each day. Believe it or not, this cow was the town's school bus, carrying 7 children daily. The Old West had horses, wagons, and apparently bovine carpools. This powerful 1864 photograph shows a slave auction house in Atlanta, Georgia, guarded by a Union soldier during the American Civil War. The image stands as a stark reminder of the cruelty and inhumanity of slavery in the United States. It captures a dark chapter in American history that must never be forgotten. This historic photo from 1890 shows Native American scouts at the 101 Ranch in Bliss, Oklahoma, skinning a buffalo. Scenes like this reflect the deep connection between indigenous peoples and the buffalo, which provided them with food, clothing, and tools for survival. This historic photo highlights the legendary Deadwood stagecoach, known for transporting precious cargo like mail and gold through dangerous territory. Constantly at risk of robbery, it was guarded by armed men who were always prepared to defend both the coach and its passengers. Bill Doolin, a feared outlaw of the Wild West, first rode with the Dalton Gang before leading his own group, the Wild Bunch. Known for a string of daring robberies, his criminal run came to an end on August 24, 1896, when U.S. Deputy Marshal Heck Thomas and his posse cornered him in Oklahoma. Doolin was shot and killed while trying to escape. In the traditional white dance, it was the ladies who led the way, gracefully inviting gentlemen to join them on the dance floor. Some would even kneel as a gesture of respect and admiration, reflecting the refined elegance and social manners of the era. This 1887 photograph shows a mule-drawn water wagon at Fort Verde, Arizona, a vital tool in the arid West. These wagons were essential for transporting water to soldiers and settlers in remote outposts where natural sources were scarce. This 1877 photo shows Billy the Kid, one of history's most feared outlaws, playing cards like any ordinary cowboy. It's one of only 2 known photos of him, and in it, he looks more boy than bandit. This photograph, taken between 1887 and 1892 in the heart of South Dakota, offers a snapshot of life during a transformative period in the region. It captures the raw essence of the time, showing the people, landscape, and spirit of South Dakota at the turn of the century. James "Killer" Miller earned his notorious reputation in the Wild West for his deadly precision in shootouts. A feared hired gunman, he was also involved in bank and train robberies. His violent career came to a grim end in 1909 when he was captured and executed for his crimes. George Carrick Minor stands proudly outside a log cabin in the Yukon Territory in this photograph, taken in 1897. This image captures a moment from the harsh yet resilient life of the Klondike Gold Rush era, symbolizing the spirit of those who ventured into the wilderness in search of fortune. That's the unfiltered truth of the Wild West, gritty, raw, and far stranger than fiction. If these rare photos made you see history in a whole new light, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell before these stories vanish for good.